spirituality is the ultimate tool of becoming a better money manager or for better money management. What has spirituality to do with money? How are these two things related? My name is Arpit Arora. I'm India's leading personal finance expert and passive income coach, and I'm on that quest to change the middle class of India and transform their financial life in such a way that they are able to have the potential to follow their passion. They have the focus to follow their passion. They are not distracted by money because they're creating enough passive income, and most importantly, they're able to live with inner peace and joy. And that, my friends, happens by winning the game of money. That happens when you upgrade your financial IQ, and that most importantly happens when you are committed to achieve financial freedom in your life, because it cannot happen without a commitment, and it is my commitment to make sure you get all the support that you need to walk and achieve that destination. So the next thing we're going to talk about is how spirituality is the ultimate tool of becoming a better money manager or for better money management. What has spirituality to do with money? How are these two things related? So, when I say spirituality, I'm not talking about any religion here at all. I am not pro or I'm not against any religion here at all. The only thing that I'm referring to is being. So inside your body, there is a soul. If you're connected with that soul, you are known to be spiritual. That's all there is. The spirit that is inside, if you're connected with that spirit, you're spiritual. It has nothing to do with worship of God. It has nothing to do with following the religion and the mechanics of the world. You would have seen a lot of people who are extremely centered, just in the way that they talk is so amazing, but they don't do any puja, they don't follow any god, they might not even follow a religion truly, but extremely centered people. And when you talk to them, you could see that this guy is exceptionally different, right? But they're not spiritual. They don't know that they're spiritual people. They are. That is what spirituality is. When you're so centered within yourself, when you're connected with your spirit, is when you're spiritual. Which is why I follow spirituality. I don't follow any religion. Because the religions came out of spirituality. It was the adaptation of, or rather adoption of the spirituality which created different forms of religion, whatever people could comprehend out of it. Religion is just a structure which helps you to adopt spirituality in your life. But what has that got to do with money? That's just a way of living, being happy, peaceful, calm is what people say. Having better relationship, money ke saath kya lena dena hai? So today I'll tell you something that I've never really expressed, especially in a masterclass. You've heard of yoga all of our life, you've heard about it. When we say yoga, most of us think what? Bending backwards, chakrasan, right? Or doing some form of like holding a certain mudra or physical exercise. All of that is yoga, right? It's actually not entirely. When we say yoga, it is coming from the word yog. What does yog mean? In English, it means union. What are we talking of? Whose union with what? Your body's union with your spirit? No. Your spirit's union with the cosmos is yoga. When your spirit is connected with the creator, which is the entire cosmos is made by the creator, when the two things are connected is when you are in yoga. But it's not like the same connection we put on our phone. It's not as simple as that. You can't just connect like this. There are 4 ways of connecting. There is Bhakti Yoga, where people do devotion. There is Karam Yoga, where people do volunteering, they do charity. There is Kriya Yoga, which is what all the holding certain mudras is Kriya Yoga. And there is Gyan Yoga. Gyan Yoga is wisdom, where you read the Granths, you read Gita, you read Upanishads, you read all the Vedas. Once you read all that, that's when you say ki I'm in Gyan Yoga, because you've understood you've got the knowledge and now you're trying to imbibe it. Or you're holding your body in such a way that it naturally aligns itself with the cosmos. Or you're doing devotion to such a state that you've finished yourself. There is no ego, you finished yourself internally, then you naturally come into yoga. And the fourth being, so we've covered Gyan, Bhakti, Karam. So the Karam Yoga being where you're doing so much for the other society. Again, this, it could be that you're a full-time philanthropist. It could be that you do a lot of charity. It could be that you do a lot of volunteering. And I've had the privilege of doing of all four. I say privilege because even doing charity is a privilege. The universe has given you enough and you have acquired yourself. Your state of intelligence has got to a point where you understand that I'm not doing charity for others, I'm actually doing charity for myself only. That's a different form of intelligence. Because you understand that, yes, I'm not going to get monetarily anything out of it, but I will become better within myself. Now, these are four forms of yoga. I can still go on for another 2 hours at it, but I have to connect you with how it is, what does it have to do with money? Because that is the context of this topic. How becoming spiritual helps you become as a better money manager. And this is not a textbook learning. This is something I myself have experienced over the last 4 years now. Since 2018, 17 or 18, I've been doing multiple different things and now found the single way to go at it. So the first thing that I have seen is it brings you to neutrality. Even in the course, if you remember, I have said that don't try to be positive with money and don't even try to become negative. Just try to become neutral. When you are neutral, you make yourself in such a way that you're not drawn to those things which look very attractive, nor are you withdrawn from things that you don't understand. You simply want to understand things as what they are. Things, when I say things, I mean opportunities of investments. I mean being open to investing into an asset class you've never invested in. That is what neutral really is. You understand for what it is. You might even try with a little bit of money and you go at it. One simple example, this just a few days ago, I was talking to this young guy who said, I've got 20 crore rupees worth of money with me, but my family has put all the money in properties, a very little bit of gold and lots of money in FDs. So he spoke to me, understood the concepts, went to his father, and his father said, well, no, we don't want to do it because it's risky. They have absolutely no idea of what we're talking about, and they haven't even heard what we have to say. That's being biased for whatever reason. Once you're spiritual, you'll always be open to hearing the other person out. So that is called neutrality. Then you make a decision if it's for me or not. The second one, it helps you to understand your pattern. This is a very, very big one. Very, very big one. Even if I don't know if you attended the last Maha implementation call, I spoke a lot about patterns. Like the program that I went into, it helped me understand my patterns and break my patterns. Patterns of what? Like, jab bhi kharcha aaye, in the past, I used to be like, I'm going to go for the cheapest vendor. This was a pattern. I didn't want to spend money. I was a miser. There was another time that I just wanted to spend money. Like, bank mein paisa rakhna hi nahi hai. Looking at that used to make me think I'm not living my life. It was a pattern. This was a pattern when I was in London. When I came to India, I was thinking conservative as much as I can, like most other Indians. These were patterns I created. I did not see the end objective of what I'm trying to do, but just if I can save money or spend money. That was a pattern I had to break out of. Now, there's so many other patterns when it comes to investing. I had certain patterns. The way that I eat, there is certain pattern. I could not eat without watching a movie. It was a pattern. I broke it finally after many years, actually. So you could have your own patterns, and those patterns come in the way of better money management system. Another pattern, I'll give you an example: budgeting. The first thing the money comes in your account, you've just been waiting. You cannot wait to buy that luxury that you wanted to buy. It's a pattern. You're not following. The pattern is not letting you follow the money management system. That's a pattern. So pattern could be anywhere, and it is everywhere. It could not be anywhere. It is everywhere. Our role, what spirituality does, is it makes you so loose within yourself. It helps you to break your patterns and helps you to do things that you've been wanting to do, but you're not able to do. Once your pattern is broken, you are able to do that. Spirituality helps you in this. Then it calms your mind, even if in the toughest financial situation. The most common one that people think, how spirituality helps. If whatever you invest in, if it is halved after many years of investment, it can really break a person mentally. Really break a person, especially the equity. Warren Buffett always says, if you can't see a 50% paper loss on your investment, you should not even be investing in the financial markets in the first place. Is he saying that you're going to make a 50% loss? No. Has the Berkshire Hathaway stock plummeted 50% what he's managed? I don't think so. But he's still saying be ready for it. Why? Because you don't know. It might happen or it might never happen. But the aptitude in the mind, the state of the mind should be, even if it falls 50%, be okay. Nifty has fallen more than 50%. So why can't we say our equity exposure can fall by 50%? It very well can. If that happens, what will be your approach? Would you sell everything? Would you buy more? Or would you be, and while you're doing this, would you be okay in your body and mind? Would you be able to do that? Would you be comfortable? Would you be sweating while you're investing? Would you have a higher BP while you're investing? Are you going to develop a disease while you're doing this? Are you going to develop BP while you're doing this? You don't want that, right? Money is made to help you become better. Even if you're taking the right decision, even if, let's say, you don't do anything, I do everything for you. But just looking at your portfolio gives you a high BP. That's a problem, right? It's not helping you have a better life. It's just helping you to make more money. My role at Ask the Wise Guy as a coach for you is to help you have a better life by managing what you already have. It's not to help you make money. I'm not trying to do that. There are other ways, more aggressive ways, many of which most of you cannot even tolerate. That's how volatile they are, and I know how to do it too. The reason we take these methods is because it ensures for sure everyone, no matter what sort of mindset you have, you're going to get to financial freedom. Yes, it will be longer, but you're going to get there if you follow the method. That is why this is how spirituality helps. And the last is another very common one. It helps you to make clearer decisions with rationality. What do I mean when I say that? When I say clearer decisions, most of the times when we have new students or people who are working with me, I ask them, what is your goal? I want to make more money. Okay, great. How much money? And they just tell me 5 crores. 5 crores what? Per month, per year? And now they're thinking, they don't even know. Okay, 5 crores. Is it post-tax or pre-tax? By this time, I'm getting blank looks. People don't even know what they want. How do I give them what they first? Who am I to give them anything? But how do I help them to get to wherever they want if they themselves don't know where they want to be? Right? So clarity is so important. Spirituality gives you clarity. Clarity of what you want, when you want, how you want. And then with rationality, when I say rationality is not because someone else got it. This section we have tried to cover in the why section of the course, if you remember. I never mentioned a word about spirituality when I said that, but it is actually coming from there only. Anything you want to manifest in your life, you need to have that clear vision within yourself. And taking a rational approach towards it is the only logical way of doing it. So, when you are connected with yourself within, with your spirit, then you elevate to such a high state that clarity of thoughts naturally comes. Clarity of thoughts give you clarity of action, and clarity of action gives you results which are in line with what your goals are. So for all these reasons, spirituality is the ultimate tool of actually becoming a better money manager. Right. So guys, could you get something out of this section? Was it something understandable? Were you able to relate to what I'm saying? Even if you've been following or not following spirituality, whichever way. But in a very common man way, were you able to understand everything that I'm saying?